Temporary. A hearing will follow immediately.
That's fine. Just because I want to give this money to people who need it, they think I'm crazy. That's marvelous. That makes everything complete.
Let's get it going.
Wait a minute, not so fast. We're going to get a lawyer. I'll call Cedar.
No, don't bother.
As a matter of fact, I'm from Mr. Cedar's office. He represents the complainant.
Let's go. We're wasting a lot of time.
All right, I'll go, but get your hands off me.
Come on, get back on. Get back. Come on, get back. Bring it back.
Yeah, boss, everybody in town has been here to see him. Yes, sir, I will. Come on. Hey, sorry, lady. Oh, it's you again.
Oh, please, I've got to see
Now,
him.
listen, sister, for the 14th and last time, he don't want to see nobody.
Well, will you just give him my name?
Listen, Toots, just between us, there ain't a thing in the world the matter with that guy till I mention your name. Then he goes haywire. What are you going to do? Just sit back and let them railroad you? It's as pretty a frame-up as ever hit this rotten town. If you just let me get you a lawyer. You can't walk into that courtroom without being ready to protect yourself from the clinches. Cedar's too smart. With the array of talent he's got lined up against you, you're cooked. Listen, pal, I know just how you feel. A blonde in Syracuse put me through the same paces. I came out with a sour puss, but full of fight. Come on. You don't want to lay down now. Do you realize what's happening? They're trying to prove that you're nuts. If they win the case, they'll shove you in the bug house. The moment they accused you of it, they had you half licked. You've got to fight. Go on, sit down, won't you? Yes, sir. So long, Mr. Cup.
Cornish, listen, I've got to see him. I've got to talk to him.
Haven't you done enough damage already?
Somebody's got to help him. He hasn't a chance against Cedar. Look, I've been all over town talking to everybody. I've got Mac all lined up and the papers behind him. I can get him Livingston, too. With a lawyer like Livingston, he's got a fighting chance.
You're wasting your time. He doesn't want any lawyers. He's sunk so low, he doesn't want help from anybody. You can take a bow for that. A sweller guy has ever hit this town, and you crucified him for a couple of stinking headlines. You've done your bit. Now stay out of his way.
Here he is. Cedar just sent for me. Wants to make a settlement. Here's your chance to get out of the whole mess. What do you say?
Rise, please. Supreme Court, State of New York, County of New York, Special Term, Part 9, now in session. The Honorable Judge Mays, Judge presiding. Be seated.
The court wishes to warn those present it will tolerate no disturbances. Regarding the Senate hearing of Longfellow deeds, he represented by counsel, Mr. Deeds? No counsel to me? Okay. I understand you have no counsel, Mr. Deeds. In fact, that you have no intention of defending any of these charges. Now, if you wish to change your mind, the hearing can be postponed.
Crazy.
Proceed.
And in the interest of my client, the only other living relative of the late Martin W. Semple, we cannot permit a fortune so huge to be dissipated by a person whose incompetency and abnormality we shall prove beyond any reasonable doubt. I have before me a series of articles written by a newspaper woman who was an eyewitness to his conduct ever since he came to New York. She tells how in the midst of a normal conversation, he would suddenly begin playing his tuba. She tells of his attack upon several of our eminent writers for no apparent reason. I myself, unable to keep pace with his mental quirks and constantly fearful of assault, turned down an opportunity to represent him as his attorney. This newspaper woman, whom we have subpoenaed to testify, tells how he held up traffic for an hour feeding donuts to a poor horse. We have photographs to substantiate this little episode. Another photograph showing Mr. Deeds jumping aboard a fire engine. This scarcely sounds like the action of a man in whom the disposition of $20 million may safely be entrusted. The writer of these articles, a woman whose intelligence and integrity in the newspaper world is unquestioned, held him in such contempt that she quite aptly named him the Cinderella Man. We have witnesses here from Mandrake Falls, his own hometown, who will tell of his conduct throughout his lifetime, proving that his derangement is neither a recent nor a temporary one. We have others who will tell of his unusual behavior when he invited the great leaders of the musical world to his home and then proceeded to forcibly eject them.
I hope you can explain that.
Only recently, when he was in the county hospital for observation, he not only refused to be examined by these gentlemen, the state psychiatrists, but he actually made a violent attack upon them. In these times, with the country incapacitated by economic ailments and in danger with an undercurrent of social unrest, the promulgation of such a weird, fantastic, and impractical plan as contemplated by the defendant is capable of fomenting a disturbance from which the country may not soon recover. It is our duty to stop it. Our government is fully aware of its difficulties. It can pull itself out of its economic rut without the assistance of Mr. Deeds or any other crackpot. His attempted action must therefore be attributed to a diseased mind, afflicted with hallucinations of grandeur and obsessed with an insane desire to become a public benefactor. Your Honor, at this time, we would like to call our first witness, Miss Louise Bay Bennett.
Miss Bennett, please. Raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear the testimony you may give before this court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your right name, please.
Louise Bennett.
Take the stand.
Miss Bennett, are you employed by the Morning Mail? I must ask you to direct your attention to me.
Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Please answer the question.
The whole hearing's ridiculous. That man's no more insane than you
It's
are.
outrageous.
It's obviously a frame-up. They're trying to railroad this man for the money they can get out of
Your
him.
Honor.
Young lady, another outburst like that and I shall hold you in contempt. We are not interested in your opinion of the merits of this case. You are here to testify. Sit down and answer questions. Proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Are you employed by the Morning Mail?
No.
You're under oath, Miss Bennett. I ask again, are you employed by the Morning Mail?
No, I resigned last week.
Well, prior to that time, were you employed by the Morning Mail?
Yes.
Were you given an assignment to follow the activities of Longfellow Deeds?
Yes.
Did you subsequently write a series of articles about him?
Yes.
Are these the articles?
Yes.
Were you present when all these things took place?
Yes.
Are they true?
No.
But they did take place.
They're colored just to make him look silly.
And you saw them happen?
Yes,
That's
but
all, Miss Bennett?
It isn't all.
That's all,
I'd like
Miss
to
Bennett.
explain
Your
how...
Honor, I submit these
Let
articles
go
as
of
evidence.
me. What kind of a hearing is this? What are you trying to do? Persecute the man? He's not defending himself. Somebody's got to do
Miss
it.
Bennett, please.
I've got a right to be heard. I've attended dozens of cases like this. They're usually conducted without any formality at all. Anybody can be heard. My opinion's as good as these quack psychiatrists. I know him better than they do.
Miss Bennett, if you have quite finished, I should like to inform you that one more utterance from you and I shall place you under arrest. I'm willing to hear anything anyone has to say, but I insist upon it being done in an orderly fashion. When you have learned to show some respect for this court, you may return. Until then, you'd better go back to your seat and calm down.
This way, miss. Order in the court.
Mr. Deeds, have you anything to say in defense of these articles? Mr. Deeds. Mark these Exhibit A for the plaintiff.
Yes, Your Honor.
Proceed.
They're rather timid, Your Honor, and wish to be together. If the court pleases, I'll only have one testify.
Yes, let's get on with it.
What is your name, please?
Jane Faulkner. This is my sister, Amy.
Yes, Amy.
Well, I'll direct my questions to you, Miss Jane. You may answer for both. Do you know the defendant, Mr. Longfellow Deeds?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course we know him.
How long have you known him?
Since he was born.
Yes, Elsie Taggart was the midwife.
He was a 7 months baby.
Thank you. That's fine. Do you see him very often?
Most every day.
Sometimes twice.
Must we have the echo?
Suppose you just answer, Miss Jane. Now, will you tell the court what everybody at home thinks of Longfellow Deeds?
They think he's pixelated.
Oh, yes, pixelated.
He's what?
What was that you said he was?
Pixelated.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's rather a strange word to us, Miss Jane. Can you tell the court exactly what it means?
Perhaps I can explain, Your Honor. The word pixelated is an early American expression derived from the word pixies, meaning elves. They would say the pixies had got him, as we nowadays would say a man is balmy.
Oh. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, now tell me, why does everyone think he's pixelated? Does he do peculiar things?
He walks in the rain without his hat and talks to himself.
Sometimes he whistles.
And sings.
Anything else?
Recently, he gave Chuck Dillon a thumping.
Blacked his eye.
And why?
For no reason, I guess. He always does it. We always run into the house when we see him coming.
Never can tell what he's going to do.
He sure is pixelated.
Oh, yes, he's pixelated all right.
Thank you, ladies. That's all.
They kept hollering, back to nature, back to nature. I thought they looked harmless enough, so I took them home. I never thought he was cracked.
Well, I'm the waiter. He kept pressing me to point out the celebrities. And so help me hell, I'm coming out of the kitchen a couple of minutes later, and there he is mopping up the floors with him. I never figured he was the guy that was looking for trouble.
He threw us out bodily, but bodily.
We was hired as his bodyguard, see? Well, the first crack out of the box, he throws us in a room and locks the door, see? Now, if a thing like that gets around our profession, why, we get devoid, see? So I says to my partner, let's quit this guy. He's nuts.
I'm very fond of Clara, sir. She's a nice horse. And when this bloke here started feeding her donuts, I yelled down to him, mind what you're doing down there. Mind what you're doing. Of course, I wouldn't mind, sir. But Clara won't eat nothing but donuts now.
And now, Your Honor, if the court pleases, I shall call upon Dr. Emil von Haller, if he will be good enough to give us his opinion. Dr. von Haller, as you know, is the eminent Austrian psychiatrist, probably the greatest authority in the subject in the world. At present, he's in this country on a lecture tour and has graciously volunteered his services. Dr. von Haller.
Dr. Van Haller. Solemnly swear testimony you may give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. State your right name, please.
Emil von Haller.
Take a stand.
Now, Dr. von Haller, would you kindly tell the court what your opinion is of this case?
This is purely a case of manic depression. In cases of this kind, patients sometimes go on for years before being detected. You remember, Dr. Fosdick, in my last book, there were some very fine examples. Especially the one of the young nobleman, you remember?
Oh, yes, of course, Dr. Von Haller. Very interesting.
Reminds me very much of this one, Schwa.
Yeah?
It takes so long to detect them because their mood changes so often and so quickly. Now, Your Honor, may I show you? May I use the chart?
By all means.
Below here, they are extremely depressed, melancholy, impossible to live with, and often become violent. From this mood, the manic depressive might gradually change until they reach this state. Here is lucidity. Here they are perfectly normal as you or I, assuming, of course, that we are normal. Then the mood changes again until they reach this state, a state of highest exaltation. Here everything is fine. Here the world is beautiful. Here they are so elated, how to express it? They would give you their shirts off their backs.
Dr. Von Haller, how would you say that applied to Mr. Deeds' case?
The symptoms are obvious. While he was here, on top of the wave, he felt nothing but kindliness and warmth toward his fellow men. He wanted to have them around him, so he decided to give a big reception. But in the meantime, his mood has changed. He's now at the bottom of the wave, depressed, melancholy. So when his guests arrive, he throws them out. They are now his imaginary enemies. Other instances of high elations are when he plays his tuba, when he writes his poetry, when he chases fire engines in the desire to help humanity. This is contrasted with his present mood, which is so low that even the instinct for self-preservation is lacking. Oh, the man is correct. Your Honor, this is decidedly a case of manic depressive.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Your Honor, we rest.
Come on, what are you going to do? Let him get away with it? They got you cooked. So.
Mr. Deeds, before the court arrives at a decision, isn't there anything you wish to say?
Come on, don't be a sap.
You both can come. Mr. Deeds, in view of the extensive testimony, your continued silence, and on the recommendation of the doctors, the court considers it advisable for your own safety that you be committed to an institution as prescribed by law. You need medical attention, Mr. Deeds. Perhaps in a little while?
No! No, wait a minute. You can't do it. You've got to make him talk.
Your Honor, I
Oh,
object.
darling, please. I know everything I've done. I know how horrible I've been. No
Your
matter
Honor,
what
I
happens, if
object.
you never see me again, do this for me.
Miss Benny, please.
You said I could speak. You said I could have my say if I were rational. I'm rational. Please, let me take the witness chair. He must be made to defend himself before you arrive at a decision.
Very well, take the stand.
Oh, thank you.
Your Honor, what you're saying is no bearing in the case. I object.
Let her speak.
I know why he won't defend himself. That has a bearing on the case, hasn't it? He's been hurt. He's been hurt by everybody he's met since he came here, principally by me. He's been the victim of every conniving crook in town. The newspapers pounced on him, made him a target for their feeble humor. I was smarter than the rest of them. I got closer to him so I could laugh louder. Why shouldn't he keep quiet? Every time he said anything was twisted around to sound imbecilic. He can thank me for it.